KB with Nerdophiles. How are you?
I'm really good. You're sort of you're sort of freezing here and there, but I think I get it. I think I can hear you clearly, so that's good.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Hopefully that doesn't last too long.
Exactly.
But I just want to say what a beautiful depiction of life in the Heights. I mean, it really just showcases the American experience and the immigrant experience, which are truly just one and the same. So,
Yeah.
can you talk about your deliberate choice as a director to choose projects that are authentic to communities of color and really empower and uplift us?
I think there was a point of being in this business for long enough where I had to stop pleasing others. I had to stop trying to prove my own worth to myself that I could actually do this. And that point came right before I got onto Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights. I joined them at the same time, and it was a certain point where it wasn't like something I came out of the blue. It was something that I read about on the internet. It was stuff that Oscar So White was happening and starring John Cho and all these things that I had never fully thought about, to be honest. And the world around me sort of tore the wallpaper down, and I had a choice as a storyteller what I was going to do. I could ignore it and just be a filmmaker, or I could meet a moment and give what I knew. And I knew I could do it immediately. I didn't have to wait to get an opportunity. I knew I was already in the business. I could do this. And so that's where these projects came into my lap. And I knew maybe I was one of the only people who could get them made because I had made money for these studios already. So I could probably convince them that I could make them more money. And that's the language they speak, as crassly as that is, as crass as that is. And so that's what I went after. And so I feel very proud and honored to at least be on one of the people on the front lines to do that. I don't do it perfectly, and I'm sure I got things wrong here and there, and will in the future. But if we can be one of many that happened as a result of all the movement that's happening around us, then that's at least some movement forward.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm so glad that you are taking the steps to move us forward. So, for this particular film, kind of what was the best scene for you to direct, and what was the most challenging?
Hmm. Um, I mean, 96,000 was huge. You have, 500, 600 extras at a pool where anyone could get electrocuted. That was a lot of safety issues. You don't want anyone to get hypothermia, so you have to have towels that stay dry for all these people. But it was the most beautiful rainbow of people I've ever seen, of shapes and sizes and ages and shades of skin. And they were ballerinas in sneakers, with tattoos, with piercings, with hair color, with all types of. It was just, this was life. It was like beautiful. It had so much energy to it. I didn't have to do much. I just like stood back and turned the camera on, and I loved that more than anything. That was probably both the most difficult, but also the most satisfying. Um, and in the end, I love that we could do something like that, and that we could do something as raw as Champagne with Anthony and Melissa. 3 minutes, no cuts, raw live sound. They're actually singing, they're actually doing their dialogue. We have a pianist on the sidewalk playing in their in-ears. And our camera, it has to not have any camera shadow. We have to hide all the lights. That was like even though it seems simple, that was a logistical and artistic triumph for all the actors and everybody who was involved in trying to get that done.
I mean, seems simple. It sounds complex to me, but you definitely pulled it off effortlessly on screen, and I truly cannot wait for everyone to see this. So, just thank you so much for your art and your direction, and thank you for chatting with Nerdophiles.
Thank you. I appreciate you, KB, and everything you guys do too.
Thank you.